What's going on, everybody? Eero here. We are a part of the great YouTube cook-off here, and you are now watching my half. Of course, go over to TheGeekSlays' YouTube channel to go see his cooking portion of his video, but of course the judging will be the same on both ends. Link in the description, obviously. But today, we're going to be making a semi-traditional bento box. And obviously we're going to be going through all of the steps, and we let Geek cook first. Obviously all utensils and surfaces have been sanitized. So I guess without any further ado, let's get into it. plate's somewhat ready. Beehive Dad, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, kids.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. Did you just say plates?
Yes, but just mainly getting other things prepared. I'm still a little ways off. This
Okay.
Tofu's definitely got a little bit longer. Chicken and rice. Rice just went in, so that's probably got at least another 20, 25.
So, what texture of tofu did you use?
Firm. I like firm tofu. It cuts better and cooks more evenly. However, soft tofu, you're much more able to do, I would say, fun things with. Yeah.
I didn't know if you did weights and squished the water out of it, or...
Nope, just soaked it. I like a little bit of that moisture in there. It helps with more evenly cook. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like that kind of like mushy center with like the really crunchy outside. But
So what's in the pan?
These are soy sauce and garlic sauteed chicken thighs. Boneless and skinless. So, I really like these cuts of meat. I feel like they soak up a lot of the flavor of the soy sauce. But,
So it's almost healthy.
just about. Just about. Oh, I need a couple of these boys there too, actually.
Definitely healthier than the thing I cooked. I don't think it takes much to get healthier than that, though.
Because I'm a big soy sauce guy, but I know not everybody is, so I'm going to offer ramekins of soy sauce. And also the little plates, got a little surprise.
Ooh.
Yay, I like surprises.
So those should be...
So going crazy.
go.
Uh-oh. All right, dude. Come on. What?
Hello.
Kitty cat.
There it goes.
I wonder if I can get a decenter angle from up here.
Okay, gentlemen, what we have in front of you is a not-so bento box. Basically what you've got is chicken thighs sauteed in soy and garlic, white rice, steamed broccoli, and garlic and pepper seasoned tofu. A little on the crunchy side. We've got also for your enjoyment little ramekins of soy sauce, because I didn't want to judge how much soy sauce you got, even if you don't like it. And in this exact order for both, Asian Zing, dynamite sauce, which is a sriracha mayo, regular sriracha, and then Polynesian sauce.
And so what's the Polynesian sauce? Is it a spice or is it just a flavor? Or?
Honestly, it's kind of like a very, very sweet chili sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorites, honestly. So, dig in. See, I don't know how you want to cut the tofu.
Corner of the fork.
Will it work? Oh, yeah, we're going here first.
My favorite, honestly.
Sold. Has been a while since I've had tofu.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Is there any addition to the broccoli, or is it just steamed and?
Just steamed broccoli.
Okay.
I was going to add some sesame seeds to it, but couldn't find them. So,
Okay.
actually, I'm not sure I don't have any in there or not. First initial thoughts?
I'm liking it. I think with the tofu, trying more of the different sauces will be an interesting.
I'm just sticking to Polynesian.
Makes sense.
The dynamite mayo is not that spicy. It's very light on the sriracha.
Oh no, I just like Polynesian sauce.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
no,
I can go eat
that's
some more
valid.
if you want. But okay.
Favorite item so far?
Definitely the broccoli.
Okay.
I do like me some steamed broccoli.
I'm thinking of tofu.
Nice.
Well then, and with that, we will come back once these gentlemen are both done, and I've had time to collaborate with each other, and we'll get a winner picked.
Awesome.
And now we're letting the TheGeekSlays try the not so bento box.
Not so bento.
Is it the formations of bento? Also, I'd just like to say this is his first time ever
This
trying,
is my first time trying tofu, so
so I'm curious.
it's all up to Ero. Probably should have went tofu first instead of tofu with sauce, but flavor-wise, not bad. Texture is weird though.
Yeah, I knew you were going to get hung up on the texture.
Flavor's good. Texture's just weird.
Yeah. No, I completely get it. 100%.
Let's try your fancy chicken.
Get you some fried
That
steak.
chicken's fucking fire.
I love that chicken thighs, man.
That's good stuff.
It's almost like it's a different quality of meat. It's crazy.
Sorry, I know your rice and I know what broccoli tastes like, so I
Well,
think we're
yeah.
good. But that's good. That chicken's real good.
Good.
And the tofu's good. But I'm a big texture eater. Texture's weird, so yeah.
Next up, you're about to get some thoughts. I really hope this is on me. You're about to get some thoughts from our judges, and then the verdict. Good luck.
Good luck.
When you go, if we were to go to whatever restaurant and order chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes with gravy, it's going to come out looking like it does, like it did. So it is accurate. As far as Eros, it is more of a, I'm going to say an upper scale restaurant. It would come out looking like that rather than like Ernie's or something that would come the other way.
The difference is home style versus restaurant oriented.
Mm-hmm.
Where if I'm at home, mine's going to look more like Geek's. Where if we're out to eat, it's going to look more towards Euro.
Right.
So really, in comparison, they could technically both be presentable on their own.
Yeah, because it's not exactly apples and apples because
No.
it's a
They're two different ends of the spectrum on food.
right. So how do we, on presentation alone, how do we single out one from the other?
There's really no way. I mean, they're both equally present.
For its style of food.
Yes.
So that one's a draw.
Yes. Now, on chicken wise, you got two different flavors as well.
And two different versions of cooking.
Yes. I favored Geek's better.
As do I.
The flavor was better in Eros, but Geek's was not dry. It had good flavor.
You could literally cut it with a fork.
Yes.
We did that. I mean, after the first time I used my knife, I put it down and I didn't need it anymore.
Right. But Geek's also with the carrots, I feel like, well, he said he didn't have enough time, but they weren't as sweet as sweet carrots should be.
Right. Because the glaze didn't have a chance to set up.
Right.
So it did have a slighter sweeter taste.
But it still
But
tasted more carrot.
Right. It could have been, although the carrots were done as they should. They're a little bit of crunch,
But not too mushy.
but not squish, and they weren't too hard. So the carrots were pretty much spot on. It was just the glaze that needed to be. Now let's go to the vegetable. I think the steamed broccoli could have had something
Butter,
else,
something.
butter, pepper, something to accent it a little bit more.
And I agree, but it's also a taste thing. Where I can eat steamed broccoli just by itself. Butter would have been a nice little touch, like a little added piece de resistance. But I do agree, it could have. And his rice seemed a little bit overcooked on some parts.
Okay, see,
It might have been how it was sitting in the cooker, though.
right where it was in the, and I like my rice. Again, it's a preference thing.
You like sticky rice.
I like,
Which I agree, I love sticky rice. It just seemed like there were some parts that got stuck to the cooker.
okay, I didn't have any of that.
At least on mine.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that. So I think it's where it came out of the cooker at. Closer to the wall or whatever.
Now, Geek's potatoes.
He did say they were boxed just because of time.
But they weren't bad. They had a good flavor to them. The texture wasn't horrible.
Right.
It did make you question if they were boxed or not.
Mm-hmm.
And the gravy was delicious for a homemade gravy.
Yeah, the first bite I had of the gravy, I got a salt bite salt taste to it. But every bite after that,
There was no
I
taste
didn't
of
have
salt.
that. So I don't know if it was just the section that was there, or just my mouth getting used to the gravy.
And then Ero had all the sauces,
Yes,
which was a very nice touch.
they were very good.
I only had one in the soy sauce.
You only had one, but yeah, getting the variety, providing the variety for the tofu was a good thing. Now, the tofu itself.
Tofu was very good. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I've had tofu, and it makes me want more.
I liked it. It's the nature of tofu not to be able to cut it without squishing. So I found that if I cut it and then come in from the edge, it was easier to fork.
I used the very edge of the fork to cut it, and it just cut perfectly. So
It had good texture. It had good flavor. So
I do feel like, because Ero said he did soy sauce and garlic, correct?
yes.
I feel like there was less hints of garlic and more soy.
Right. Agreed.
I would have liked to taste a little bit more garlic. I'm a garlic fiend.
I like garlic also.
He normally is too. I feel like he dialed it back because he wasn't sure if everybody was.
Well, I think he may have dialed it back for your palate of or your system's inability to
Do
handle
spice. But garlic's not a spice.
True, but some people still will have. I think he was concerned with that.
That could be.
Because, yeah, normally it's more garlicky.
I was about to say
Because we love garlic.
It was very light on garlic.
Yeah, I think he dialed it back because he wasn't sure of everybody's taste when it came to that.
Oh no, the more garlic the better.
Yeah, what are we missing?
We covered the rice, we covered the broccoli, the carrots.
Do we get to rate the brownies and the cookies?
Oh, Brackle wins for that anyway.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you just saw, Beehive and Sizzling here, which we have no idea what they were talking about when we were outside. Now we're going to let them, I guess, give us our final grade, and then the winner will be chosen. Take it away, gentlemen.
Okay, so the discussion for presentation was a little longer because we felt two different styles of product. One is a home cooked, what'd you call it?
Country cooking. Yeah.
Type, where the other was more sit down restaurant.
Yep.
You know, if we were to go to Ernie's or
Cracker Barrel or
and ask for chicken and gravy, the way it was presented was accurate for its style. If we were to go to a sit down restaurant and order the
marinated chicken with rice.
Bento box. Yeah.
the bento type stuff, the presentation was accurate for that. So to that effect, we call it a draw.
Fair enough.
Because it's not fair to slight one because the other because of the way. So with their categories, they were both exact presentation.
Okay.
So you're extremely accurate and therefore is a draw.
So for the chicken, I personally thought Geek's was better. It was cooked perfectly. We could cut it with a fork, which we did take into the fact that thighs do shred differently than
Yes.
a breast does. We did feel like the garlic was lacking.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
We did feel like the garlic was an undertone instead of the soy sauce being the heavier tone.
Okay.
like I said, I thought you probably dialed it back because you weren't sure if everybody liked garlic the way we like garlic.
Honestly, I thought I buried it.
Oh no, you could hardly taste garlic.
Really? That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your soy sauce marinade overran the garlic that you
Okay.
put in.
I will take a mental note of that one.
As far as the tofu, we put tofu and chicken together, and we put chicken together.
Just because tofu is used as a substitute protein as well.
Yeah. Yep.
The tofu, we both say we'd eat it again. Great texture, great flavor.
Unless you're geek.
I'm a weird texture guy, okay?
Tofu's not everyone's cup of tea, and I knew
Right.
that going into
It
this.
tasted good though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie about that. The texture was just weird.
We like the idea that tofu sometimes can be bland, regardless of what you put in it when it's cooking. The ability then to have a variety of spices available to dip it in was a great idea. But again, it came back to flavor, and it was juicy and cut it with a fork, like you said. And
Yep.
Is butter.
so that one went to
Geek.
Geek.
Fair enough.
Now for the vegetables, I thought Geek's carrots were undersweet.
Mhm.
Yep.
But they're also, like he said, there wasn't the amount of time for
That's still on me though.
the marinade to set up,
I own that.
or the
But we also said that the carrots were cooked exactly as they should. They weren't too hard. They weren't they weren't squishy.
Yeah.
Mush. They were spot on. So if it had the time to set up,
Gotta miss somewhere.
But on the other end, the broccoli was cooked perfectly, but it could have used something a little bit extra, some pepper, some little bit of butter
Okay.
to give it that little bit of difference.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing with the rice. I personally have put butter in my rice. Gives it that little bit of sweetness, but it doesn't foil the firmness or softness of the rice.
Okay.
along the same line with the rice, your rice was cooked exactly as I like my rice.
Nice, sticky.
Nice, sticky, when you can squish it together with a fork, and now you have a lump of rice that you can eat. And you're not chasing it all over the plate.
Yeah.
So it was, for me, cooked exactly. But again, it could have used a little bit of butter or a little bit of something.
Okay.
I did get some parts that got stuck to the rice cooker.
Yeah, probably.
The potatoes, on the other hand, were done to the point where I actually had to ask if they were box. They were, I actually, when I first ate them, I thought they were homemade or from scratch made
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes.
mashed potatoes. So,
Nice.
I will say that the first bite of the gravy that I had, I got a hint of over a salt, but subsequent bites after that, it was not there, which I think it was just getting my palate used to gravy.
Fair.
Waking it up and going, oh, But the gravy itself was good.
But in the end, we decided that the winner is a geek.
Great game.
Very good.
What I will say, from the judging, we did damn good. Everything was cooked perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just missed in a couple spots. But
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, that was where I was ending.
Yeah,
It was little things that could have been differently that could have changed everything.
Yeah.
The funniest part about you both saying the rice could have used a little something. I have rice seasoning, but I didn't know if you guys would like it, so I didn't put it on because I didn't want that to affect the flavor of the
Yeah,
rice.
like at home when I make rice,
Yeah.
it's butter and sugar.
Yep. Yeah.
GG.
GG.
So yeah, there was
great
no,
game.
there were no glaring. It literally became.
There was nothing bad about either means.
We almost had to start nitpicking
Right.
to get flaws out of
That's-
each product.
That's basically what we did.
Yeah.
Keeping it that close. Good stuff.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Beehive, Sizzlin, thank you both so much for
Thank you.
for judging and, you know, having to force yourselves to eat our great cooking.
Hey, I want to say thank you for
Letting us
inviting me.
eat
That
the
was
good
that was an enjoyable evening.
Yeah. So I would plug something for the both of them. However, neither of them are really on socials. Beehive streamed a few times. Sizzlin's talked about streaming, so I'll plug whatever they have down in the description below, as will Geek. And yeah, do you have anything you want to say to the folks?
Again, thanks for coming out. I'm glad we got to do this. And yeah. Good game.
Good game. And we'll catch y'all in the next one.
Peace.